Hi, everyone, and long live Blood Bowl!
Yes, that's right, Jim. Another exciting encounter is about to get underway.
Should be a classic, Bob. I spoke to the ref earlier on, and he says he'll be looking to keep a low profile.
In this classic underdog confrontation, the favorites will surely win.
Aye. Aye. Oh. Ah. Aye. Ah. Aye. Aye. Ah. Ha! Huh! Huh! Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision. And we're off!
Oh. What finesse! What style! What perfection!
What a hammer blow! Ouch! Right in the face! The other guy couldn't dodge that one. Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things.
Instant stun!
What a sissy! That one can't hold the ground.
Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim, that's never a nice sight.
What? Right on the schmuzzle.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
Aye.
Corruption is so widespread that the Referees Guild has set up rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last season, clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate.
The attack can get their game going again.
Aye. Aye. Oh.
We can expect to see some high-quality throwing plays today, Jim.
Indeed we can, Bob. Hopefully some carnage as well.
Yes, Jim. It's all about the carnage. A good elf is a dead elf.
Aye. Oh. Oh. Aye. Aye.
Ouch! Right in the face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one.
Ooh, take a look at how they prance, Bob.
That's called sidestepping, Jim, which the elves are masters at.
Still looks like prancing to me, Bob.
Sure does, Jim.
Oh. Aye. Oh.
That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge. Aye. And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway. There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistants to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
Aye. Aye. Oh. 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 Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnivel, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Blood Bowl was like war. No winners, just survivors.
Oh, now that's deep. About as deep as his team's position in the rankings.
Aye. Aye.
Oh! Wow! I can tell you straight, that hurts.
Aye.
Now, there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
That player's gonna wake up with a serious headache.
Aye.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral.
Now, there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry. Down and eat the dust. It's good for you.
Oh. Oh.
Brilliant pass.
As you say, good job.
Oh.
Did you know, Jim, that the Tlax Warriors were the first people to win the Zlatan Cup back in 2491?
You mean no one else had won the cup before, Bob?
No, Jim. It was the first time a non-lizard team participated in the Lustrian Cup, and the Amazons took it by storm and grabbed the trophy from Sotek's word.
Oh. Oh. Aye.
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard. Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport.
Oh. Oh. Ah.
Rare products, check. Scantily clad players, check. If I didn't know better, I could have mistaken these for an Amazon team, Bob.
Don't be silly, Jim. I don't think I know anyone that fears an elf.
That's true, Bob.
Ah.
Ha!
Ah. Ah.
These exotic Blood Bowl players are fairly new to the game, Jim.
Yes, Bob. They mesmerize me every time they enter the pitch.
Ah, yeah, Jim. These Lustrian Amazons sure have added some flavor to the game.
Look at that. Wow.
Oh, wow. Ow!
The defender was made to look stupid there.
Yes, they're gonna score. Help me back, Jim. I feel like going down there and joining in.
Ah! Ah.
Is it true that most of the Amazon team's devoted fans consist of young men, Bob?
Not at all, Jim. I've heard a large portion of their fan base consists of disgruntled homemakers and countless scores of former Bloodweiser babes.
Aha! That would explain why the Amazon fans have their own fans themselves.
Aye. Aye. Ah. Ah.
Aye.
Ah. Oh. Ah. Ah.
Aye.
Ah.
We don't see much of the heroes of law these days.
No, I don't know.
For any spectators who aren't aware, the heroes of law hope to show the world a better way by honest, strategic play on the pitch.
It's probably a good thing we don't see them.
Oi. Oi.
The player gets hold of the ball.
That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the 91 final against Reichland.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him.
Ah.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say. But it really only comes down to taking a few hits.
Oi. Oi.
Ejected like a wisp of straw. He won't live long.
You're telling me? The hooligans are gonna have a field day.
Oi.
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal.
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Oh, the Amazons!
Yes, Jim. Scantily dressed women that hit first and ask questions later.
Yes, Bob, I just wish there were more women like that.
Don't we all, Jim? Don't we all?
Oi. Oh. Oi. Oi. Oh. Oh.
I think she's singing him a lullaby.
Aye.
Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
Ah, no way. A little elf beauty, yeah.
Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah.
This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
Oh.
Did you hear about the Venus man-eaters, Bob?
Oh, yes, Jim. I think everyone knows about the man-eaters.
Oh, I'm scared, Bob.
So is everyone with proverbial coconuts.
They've given up. It's a dream. Worse, a nightmare.
Do you want me to pinch you, Jim, to see if it really is a nightmare?
No thanks. Just looking at your sadistic smile tells me that I'm not dreaming.
Don't be daft, you know me. Always ready to lend a helping hand. Jim and Bob here, bringing you yet another Blood Bowl encounter.
I just can't get enough of this sport, Bob, and I imagine that it's the same for our viewers.
They love it, Jim. And we'll soon be providing even more bloody images, thanks to our new fist cam technology.
Yes, it's amazing how many cameras you can build into a knuckle duster. What a nice day. Perfect Blood Bowl weather, Bob.
Yes, Jim, ideal weather for a game of Blood Bowl. Though I'm not sure it will end nicely for all the players.
The Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
And we're off!
Enjoy watching the Dark Elves in action.
I didn't figure you as a Dark Elf fan, Jim.
Not because of their stunning passing plays, Bob, because they are pure evil.
Oh, right, Jim, of course.
Why is it that the Dark Elves enjoy the running game, Bob?
Because, Jim, they like it up close and personal.
Me too, Bob. That's Blood Bowl.
Corruption so widespread that the Referees Guild has set up rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last season, clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate.
Yep, upside down. That's one win to things.
Now, there's an acrobat routine worthy of a gold medal.
Yes, it's nice to see an uppercut followed by a double backflip.
Did you know, Jim, that the Trax Warriors were the first people to win the Zlatan Cup back in 2491?
You mean no one else had won the cup before, Bob?
No, Jim. It was the first time a non-lizard team participated in the Lustrian Cup, and the Amazons took it by storm and grabbed the trophy from Sotek's word. These exotic Blood Bowl players are fairly new to the game, Jim.
Yes, Bob. They mesmerize me every time they enter the pitch.
Ah, yeah, Jim. These Austrian Amazons sure have added some flavor to the game.
Look at that. Whoa!
Oh, wow! Ow!
What? Right on the spot.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
We don't see much of the heroes of law these days.
No, I don't know.
For any spectators who aren't aware, the heroes of law hope to show the world a better way by honest, strategic play on the pitch.
It's probably a good thing we don't see them.
He sent him down for a chat with the astrogranite.
Did you know that the Pinkfoot Panthers went missing a few decades ago?
I heard about that, Bob. What exactly happened?
Well, they visited Darkside Cowboys for a friendly match and never returned.
Of course, Bob. I can tell you straight, that hurts. Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck.
This player has opened the slapping box and gives rather generously. It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their support.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral.
Brilliant sidekick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
Recent medical reports stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing when you come to think of it.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less frequent. It's a great spectacle, Bob.
Oh, brilliant sidekick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion. He's knocked them senseless.
You're assuming, then, that he had something between his ears to begin with.
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistants to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusader stable to sink into the earth?
Nobody can forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium. First half belonged to the players. The interval will give the supporters a chance to shine.
Well, some didn't even wait for the whistle.
Here come the players, Jim.
Oh, good. I hope they didn't manage to patch up all their injuries during halftime.
Don't worry, Jim. There are a couple who need at least 6 hours of surgery.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say. But it really only comes down to taking a few hits. And they're off!
I don't know if we really like that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
Did you know the first Dark Elf team featuring only witch elves was the Deadly Nightshades?
That's right, Bob, and they made an instant impact.
That's true, Jim. But sadly, due to the required ritual bloodbath, surfaces, they're a rare sight on the pitch nowadays.
Yes, I remember attending one of those bathing sessions. He's trying to get away.
The spectators won't let him escape that easily. They're very possessive, you know.
Wow! I can tell you Right hook was worthy of a black hawk.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it. What violence!
Yes, it's a great spectacle, Bob. The Referees Guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided. As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch. Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of each other.
Like the Motley Horde is made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week. Nah, there's an acrobatic routine worthy of a gold medal.
Yes, it's nice to see an uppercut followed by a double backflip. Now there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry. Most of the Amazon team's devoted fans consist of young men, Bob.
Not at all, Jim. I've heard a large portion of their fan base consists of disgruntled homemakers and countless scores of former Bloodweiser babes.
Aha! That would explain why the Amazon fans have their own fans themselves. things are hotting up.
Oh, yes, the fans are already on their feet.
Well, it is a violent sport. Oh, the Amazons!
Yes, Jim. Scantily dressed women that hit first and ask questions later.
Yes, Bob, I just wish there were more women like that.
Don't we all, Jim? Don't we all?
Brilliant pass!
As you say, good job. Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
Down and quite stunned, apparently.
Oh, a few slaps in the face and anybody can wake up instantly.
The ball is in his hands.
It's not looking good.
Nil-nil draw.
You remember the Blood Bowl final between the Dark Side Cowboys and the Chaos All-Stars, Bob?
Oh, who doesn't, Jim?
Maybe the Chaos players that got turned into slugs by illegal magic.
Oh, yeah!
That's it. The ball's in play. There's going to be trouble.
Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of a mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
country in motion.
What we'd like to see...
More often.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face.
Funny how a rabbit punch sounds so inoffensive, and yet is so effective.
If he's lucky, it's just a knockout.
She should have checked that her hands were working before trying to pick up that ball.
Oh, the Amazons!
Yes, Jim. Scantily dressed women that hit first and ask questions later.
Yes, Bob, I just wish there were more women like that.
Don't we all, Jim? Don't we all?
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway. Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules? They can start to move forward.
That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splotch. Is it true that most of the Amazon team's devoted fans consist of young men, Bob?
Not at all, Jim. I've heard a large portion of their fan base consists of disgruntled homemakers and countless scores of former Bloodweiser babes.
Aha! That would explain why the Amazon fans had their own fans themselves.
Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly. It's really ugly.
They nearly did.
The ground was muddy, and they had the wind against them.
guys do any training? Or do they spend their days home knitting?
Who knows what they do, but they were definitely not in the same class as the opposition.
This team has made terrific progress, as the possession figures show. However, they're still lacking in flair up front, aren't they, Jim?
True, Bob, and if the coach gets out from the stadium alive, I hope that he'll find some way to teach them that playing from side to side is nowhere as effective as playing the ball upfield.
The opposition were camped in their half for most of the match.
Yes, they really didn't look as though they wanted to adventure across the halfway line.
Blood Bowl just ain't what it used to be. Nobody doped to the eyeballs.
It's just not entertainment.
He's a typical example of RPBA, ref paid to do bugger all.
Yes, they could have got away with murder out there today.
They did.